Real Madrid fans woke up buzzing after pictures and reports emerged today showing Jude Bellingham taking part in parts of a training session at Valdebebas for a site that would have seemed wildly optimistic only weeks ago when the England midfielder went under the knife to fix a recurring shoulder problem in mid-July. That operation and the guarded estimates that followed made many expect a late October or November return, so seeing him on the grass has instantly reframed the conversation around Madrid's early season fortunes and the club's medical gamble. The timing is explosive. La Liga hands Madrid one of its first headline tests on September 27 when they travel to the Riyadh Air Metropolitano to face Atletico in El Derby, a match that always tilts narratives for both teams and could do so again if Bellingham is fit to take the field. Coaches, doctors and supporters now have a split-screen view in their heads. On one side, a fully loaded midfield with Bellingham's energy, vision and goal threat tugging defences apart. On the other, a fragile shoulder, a surgically repaired joint and the very real consequences of a setback that could cost weeks or months. Reports from several Spanish outlets and training photos suggest the recovery is progressing well and that club insiders are monitoring progress day by day, but they also stress that Real Madrid have repeatedly said they will not rush injured stars back if the medical team warns against it, because the price of a short-term heroics first approach can be a season-long absence for a key figure. So what would Bellingham's presence change in practical terms? For Xabi Alonso, it would mean an immediate upgrade in the engine room, more control in transitions, a stronger press, and a creative pivot who can both make late runs into the box and shield the backline with fierce intensity, attributes Madrid have sorely missed while adapting to new patterns this season. Atletico's compact counter-punching setup will be immediately more vulnerable to a midfield that can stretch the game and demand markers. But tactical upside is only half the story. The medical calculus is the other half, and that's why every training minute, every non-contact drill, every medical bulletin over the next 2 weeks will be pored over by rival scouts, pundits, and betting markets alike. The club's messaging so far reads cautious, yes to steady progress, no to headline-driven risk. That balancing act, chasing 3 vital points in a derby while protecting a young star with enormous monetary and sporting value, is the headline conflict here. Behind the scenes, there are human elements too. Bellingham is 22, brimming with confidence after stellar club and international seasons, and athletes of his temperament often push for quicker returns because the adrenaline of competition is a powerful motivator. The medical team and coaching staff must temper the urge with scans, load monitoring, and a strict stepwise protocol before the green light. If he does make the matchday squad on September 27, it might come in a managed role, limited minutes, controlled duels, and a protective plan designed to test the shoulder under realistic conditions without overexposure, and that's the kind of compromise that could give Madrid a lift without gambling away the rest of the campaign. Conversely, if Madrid decide to keep him out until after the international break, it will be a headline that disappoints fans but underscores a long-term plan that values sustained availability over a single fixture. Either decision will be read as a statement about the club's priorities this season. For viewers and creators covering the story, there are a few clear indicators to watch. Official Real Madrid medical updates. The training minutes Bellingham is allowed in the next sessions, any images of contact or full squad drills, say, and the walking through of the team sheet the day before the match. Expect rival outlets and social feeds to react fast to every small development. A solo jogging clip will trend as a comeback proof. A closed-door session may invite skepticism, and a late squad inclusion could ignite polarised debate across fan bases. The larger stakes go beyond one derby. If Bellingham is rushed and suffers a setback, Madrid not only lose a match asset but risk destabilising plans for the autumn run of La Liga and the Champions League group phase. If he returns and performs, the narrative immediately swings to bravery and championship intent, a psychological boost that can ripple through a squad. Either way, this is not just a fitness story, it's a character test for the club, the coach and the player himself. In the days ahead, the safest approach for fans and content creators is to balance optimism with caution, celebrate the progress, pass the medical language, and prepare for either outcome while building storylines that reflect both the tactical implications and the human drama. Real Madrid's decisions over Jude Bellingham between now and September 27 will tell us more about their ambitions and risk tolerance than any pre-season friendly ever could, and whether this turns into a headline-making triumph or a cautionary tale will depend on the invisible, exacting work of surgeons, physios and Xabi Alonso's staff, plus one young midfielder's appetite to return and the club's willingness to protect a player whose talent could define the season.